Hi there, a sign of Aquarius. This is Kim with your messages for the next 3 days. Something that your spirit guides or angels want you to think about. This might be talking about something from past, present, or future. We will just have to see. Okay, let's get a starting card from Kim Krans Wild Unknown archetype deck. The shadow. You know, I was starting your reading before, and the first card that came out before was the desert. I wasn't feeling the reading, so I clicked off. And now we have the shadow. So, I'm kind of getting, there's a little bit of disorientation here. Not sure where it's coming from. The shadow is typically something that is unwelcomed, and it can be something that we don't really want to acknowledge or welcome into our lives. It can be something that we have to integrate. It can be a situation that is like that. We're gonna have to dive deeper into this message to find out what this is. Shadow, there's something that we don't want to see. I have the cave. The cave is a card about going into maybe hermit mode. But it's the chamber of your heart. Like it's getting to your heart. But it's a deep reflection of what's going on in your heart, about what you're feeling. And again, we have this shadowy energy here. And the lover. The shapeshifter. And the shapeshifter also. Okay, can we see the shapeshifter card? All right, so we have the lover, the shadow, the cave, and the shapeshifter. All right, this is going to be something for the tarot to figure out. Shapeshifter could mean that something is shifting. Could be a role that is shifting, or even identity, you shifting. The lover is a card like the lovers in the tarot, representing a soulmate, a person usually. Spirit, what is the shadow in this reading? This feels like it has to do with relationships or reflecting on relationships, how the heart feels. What is the shadow in this reading? And we're using the Pulp Tarot by Todd Alcott, one of my favorite artists for tarot. Seven of Swords, see? Six of Swords, Seven of Swords. Well, that's your energy too, though. So, look, this card is a little different, according to Pulp Tarot. This card is actually in this deck. It talks about some a fear of somebody taking an idea for their own, almost. And so like we're gathering up information, we're keeping something to ourselves. Let me look at it, because it does, like I say, this deck gives a different meaning. Seven of Swords sometimes can be when we feel like something is being hidden from us, or working on something, not telling someone. Maybe there's something in the... okay, let's see here. This, you could need to, this is talking about, it could be a person who's even wanting to take your ideas or take something. Or we feel like someone is not telling us the whole story. There's something else, there's something that somebody might be hiding. It feels confusing. Okay, tell me more about Seven of Swords. Why do we feel like something is... Eight of Cups. Eight of Wands. I think if you're dealing with somebody and you're not wanting them to know that you're going to be moving in a different direction, maybe it's something that your heart has told you, that you just don't feel satisfied with somebody, or feel like something is done, wanting to go in a different direction, may not be disclosing all of that information to this person. That's kind of what I'm getting. I mean, because we have the Eight of Wands on the bottom, which means good news for you, and good news for the Eight of Cups too, because you're going in a direction away from something that's not satisfying you. It looks like you're not telling anybody about you, or not telling somebody in specific that you'll be going in a different direction, because the heart or something in your heart has shifted. And this was found in reflection, deep reflection, how you feel, how you truly feel. Could be that somebody has a lot of maybe more feelings for you at this time than you do them. Okay. There could be somebody new also. Could be wanting to keep something a secret. 10 of Wands. So when we are... this feels heavy. So if it is tied to this situation where you're wanting to get away or go in a different direction, have an escape plan, a strategy, it's simply because you've given all that you could give, and now you know that you cannot do any more, so it's coming to some sort of completion. And that's like the main message I'm getting with this. Let me look up the 10 of Wands here. Look up the 10 of Wands, just to see if there's a different meaning for it that in their deck, because I'm sure there is. The journey of the Wands is done. The spiritual staffs of the journeyer that they have collected now weigh them down. As she heads back home to her rocket ship across the red desert of a hostile planet. Interesting. And that desert energy, this energy of just something being tiring. The image suggests that a woman has been sent out into the harsh wilderness to gather fuel for the trip home. The good thing is she has succeeded, but her success has come at a cost to her. She is headed home, but her burden that she has been carrying is heavy, so the release is coming. There's something that we have been carrying for a long time that we are now ready to release, or that we are ready to wrap up. What else? Knight of Pentacles. Interesting, because he was on the bottom. And the Page of Pentacles. So something is picking up here in regards to money. Interesting with their take on the Page of Pentacles. this Page of Pentacles is talking about running into some money. It says the Page of Pentacles has acquired some wealth. Does she know what to do with it? She has just gained her trust fund and may be indulging in artsy fashion ideas, or this money might be invested into a brilliant idea. The point is that they are in their element. So newfound money or something that comes in that allows you to implement a strategy here. The Knight of Pentacles could very well be a person coming into your life. You can say, let's just say this, no gender, but they're going to talk about the gender of the person on the card, okay, when I say it. So just keep that in mind, that no gender in tarot, but what they're talking about might be talking about the person on there. Knight of Pentacles is here to pick you up in a sleek black pentamobile. He's got money, but he didn't get it by sitting around. It is a man of action who thinks strategically. Where is he taking you? Do you want to get into the car? Are you the knight? The question is, the knight has wealth, but where is he going? So, doesn't it seem like there's an offer coming in? Something that involves wealth, money, unexpected offer, perhaps. Knight of Cups. So yeah, I'm picking up on unexpected money coming in. Somebody that has a lot of money. And you going in a different direction. Something about the role is shifting. And it could be about who is the significant partner or the other in your life. Like, who is this lover energy? Who is the lover energy? Spirit, what are we talking about here? The lover. Judgment. An announcement. So it's a big decision here, and like an announcement of a path or a plan here. It's resurrecting a feeling or an experience. Somebody could be even reaching out for forgiveness from you, or wanting like a second chance from you. And it could be something that you're not talking about or not telling people about, but I feel that you will be. Tell me more about Judgment. You have Sagittarius energy, Pisces, Aquarius, your own energy here. Sagittarius again, and earth signs. I have Strength and the Seven of Cups. Strength and the Seven of Cups. I'm going to say that I think you have options here. I think you have options, and this is a big decision that you have to make. It has to do with who you want on your path, who you want to be traveling with, or even headed towards. And so there may be several options here to choose from. There might be some kind of confusion with the options. Sometimes the Seven of Cups is escapism. Let's see what they say. Strength, we know what strength is. You have strength. You have strength, you have courage, and this is about the confidence. Maybe you have your choice. It says in the guidebook, things are not as they appear. Things are not as they appear when you get the Seven of Cups. reading. Okay. Six of Swords, going in a different direction. So it's almost like somebody appears to be with somebody, but they're not. Or they are going to be going in a different direction. What it looks like is not what it is. Does that make sense to you? I hope I'm making sense. I really hope I do. Because I feel like the strategy is to be headed in a different direction. Two cards in the tarot that mean we're headed in a different direction. However, right now on the surface, maybe to others, it looks like you are with somebody that you are having plans on not being with, or announcing shortly that you are not going to be with this person for much longer. It's like that is the energy I'm picking up on. And so the shadow here I'm getting is the energy of, honestly, you not wanting someone. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. And I had a reading for you all, what was it, 2 weeks ago? And it was about somebody really trying to get your attention or to play on your sympathy. They're doing like anything to get your attention, to get you to stay with them, or to get you, see what I'm saying? So I don't think the shadow is necessarily something bad here. Okay, what else? Hierophant. See, leaving a commitment. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. It's leaving a commitment. You could be feeling like you are being led by a higher calling to do something different, to go in a different direction, or you're being led by the Most High, right? People look up to the Hierophant energy, by the way. I just want to say that. So the energy of that is coming through, that you may have a lot of people that look up to you, maybe even for guidance, because they hold a lot of spiritual knowledge, then it can assist other people. That in that sense is a little different than the High Priestess. Both are knowledgeable. This one is out there, you know, they've put themselves out there. It's seen. Your spiritual power is seen. But quite bluntly, leaving a commitment is what's coming through. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. What are they going towards, Spirit? What are they shape-shifting towards or to? What are they shape-shifting towards or to? The Ace of Swords. Oof. The Six of Cups. There's an actual soulmate energy here. Six of Cups. A really strong connection, but there's also truth, a victory for how you feel about the people who have been on your path in your journey. So I'm picking up somebody leaving your life or leaving your journey. And it's maybe somebody coming in. It's like it's all there. So Ace of Swords is what you're headed towards. Good thing to be headed towards. Always a gift from the universe. The aces are always gifts. You can look at them as portals too. So it says, here we go. And by the way, I'm learning this deck in particular, so I won't always read from the book. I promise. It just takes like a few days to learn it. This is concerned with the mind and the intellect. It is the element of air. Ask any artist about their work and they will tell you they don't know where their ideas come from. That at their best, they are channeling some kind of divine force. Oh, that's what I felt with Hierophant. That you are channeling information about what direction to go towards, right? Yeah, so you're channeling some sort of divine force The Ace of Swords representing that force is a gift from above. The most desirable of commodities. It's an idea. The sword glows bright with divine light, and the landscape is a forbidding mountain range. So this idea initially, you may have had to really think about this for a while before you decided to go all on board with this idea that came to you. Tell me about the divine force that is guiding, or that they are channeling. The Emperor, oh my lordy. And the world on the bottom. Oof. New chapter. This is a very big, influential, strong, powerful energy. It's, yeah, okay, so the Emperor is really looked up to by a lot of people, puts you in a position of power, of authority. Sometimes the Emperor is ruthless even. There's duality in everything. So is it good? Is whatever it is, there's going to be a display of force and power here with the Emperor, I feel like. But this is definitely channeled by a divine force. So this power is coming to you, not by mere chance. And the world is saying, and it may be saying, that it's time to wrap up a chapter, or that a chapter is just now wrapping up so that you can have a new one. Could be involved, there could be a lot of travel involved here with the World card. Nonetheless, it is lessons learned, and it's moving on to the next stage. And this one, it's like screaming strength and power and influence. And not to mention, not to forget, I mean, or in case I didn't mention, the finances look really good too, about where you're headed, where you're going. Okay, give me more from the 108 Oracle for Aquarius. Ooh. Information that will come to you within the next few days. The situation or event in question will develop or unfold within a matter of days. Right. Lots of sevens. Now you have 777. And here's just another sign about your power. The fortress, staying power, fortitude, sealed off, prepared, unbreakable, determined. Do what it takes. What it takes. They just keep saying the driver. And there's a song called Manskin. From that group Manskin. It's called Driver. Can I be your driver, or let me be your driver? I want to be your driver. That song. It definitely involves something that is lined up. A person who's lined up with you. Tandem, bicycle, synchronized alliance, duo. There was clarity that you received while you were in nature, or while you were able to disconnect from social media, the phone. It is a lake here with a cabin. It's very tranquil and peace and serenity. Doesn't have to be exactly by a lake, but definitely a feeling of this came to you while you were in deep reflection in your heart space, detached, so that you could think, maybe so that you could even think about your options here. Of the Phoenix on the bottom, major transformation and change. Hey, what else? Wow. See, truth, clarity. But I see this as, especially with the tandem bicycle, the rings card, as a divinely guided counterpart. And maybe you know this person, and maybe this person is in spirit right now, attached to you nonetheless, though. Contracts, agreements, bonds, strong connection, unions, counterpart, lovers. See? There may be a marriage here from this. Slingshot means that if you're feeling tension, it's the pullback before you're being slingshot into your next experience. So it's like maybe you felt tension or even delayed, pulled back in some sense, but then once that's released, it takes off really quick, and you found your way through this maze. Another 2. So this has been long or complicated. Maybe you even felt like your own personal spiritual quest. Like, how do I figure out this labyrinth? How do I figure out this complex situation? But I think you did. I think you did. Pulling up the bridge. Okay, yeah. When I get this card, they always say to me that there's somebody, and it goes on along with the message here, that there's somebody that was wanting access to your energy, and you had to tell them no, or you will be telling them no. The bridge is like forever now pulled up, guarding your energy. And why? Because something is changing, quite literally. It feels like it has to do with partnerships, relationships. It might be with your finances, something taking off with your finances too also. But that's why they want you to guard your, they said guard your money. Guard your money, guard your peace, because you're in the middle of things that are shape-shifting, changing. And yeah, just some energies that are not supposed to go with you. Also, either a person or a situation that you wanted to unfold that didn't in the past is now going to be switched and changed. The previous no is going to be turned into a yes. And they're just telling me that loud and clear also. Shield. I have shield your energy. Yeah. I think it relates to this message here with the pulling up the bridge. Shield your energy at this time. Ward off unwanted energies. Be on guard. Why, Spirit? Put on spiritual armor. Sage. I need to sage tonight. I probably should do that. Interesting. Well, okay. Okay, last messages here. I have, because you're going to be opening up to a new experience, okay? So, you may feel a little vulnerable. If you feel vulnerable opening up to a new experience, then just make sure you have your spiritual armor around you and you're fine, right? But this is when we are analyzing hidden things about ourselves or diving deep into our character, opening up to how we really feel. Especially with the Pearl, you've gained experiential wisdom at this point. The Forked Road says direction change, options, free will, choice, opportunity. Look at all these 7s. Lucky 7. 777. 777. It's an 8. Okay, so this is a turning point. This decision, there's a turning point. You have Maybe it's two distinct options, but you have specific roads you can go on. It appears to this guy that, well, for one thing, his fingers are crossed. He's not making any promises to anybody about which way he's going to go. He may tell someone he's going to go left when he ends up going right. Okay, but you, from this point of view, you can clearly see that there's one road that's a little bit darker or has more stormy weather than this one. Also, something here about your voice being heard more with microphone. I get stage is set, time for your voice to be heard more. I feel there would be an audience with this microphone. So I have news, trending, broadcast, expression, strong opinion, make known, current events, public speaking, speak truth, communicate, social media, being heard, speaking up. And, of course, the fairy tale card, believe the impossible, daydreams, a romantic ending. That's what I think. That's what I think this is about, too, is some sort of romantic ending that you're actually headed towards happily ever after. Fanciful stories we tell. Because the Gemini reading was, the title was, Do You Believe in a Fairy Tale Romance? And I'm getting that similar vibe, that, and with it being a sister sign, it makes sense. Yeah, I'm getting the vibe that what you're headed towards is something that maybe you only thought was possible in fairy tale stories, but I think it's happening for you. And remember, believing is seeing. So you have to believe in that first, right? Let's close out with the angel number message. If you would like a private reading, the readings I do are pre-recorded for you, and I send you a private link. Just put in the notes what you would like to know or ask. And wow. And I'll get back to you. See, 222. Watch your thoughts. And also, these are choices, options coming in here about partnerships. So watch your thoughts, though, because that's keeping you balanced at this time. All right. And it's affirming your thoughts. When you repeat them over and over, you're affirming different things to yourself. So you have to be careful about that. But number 7 is your number. It is lucky, and it is your number right now. 777. Your purpose flows from within you. Everything that is unfolding or being revealed to you is part of your purpose. A state of peace and calmness in your soul. I am in the flow. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So that's what I have. Aquarius. Sending you love and light. Bye.